Hi folks, it's Paul from the series Dancing with Cancer. So some of you may have noticed that it's been 2 weeks since my last video. In short, I wanted to keep these fresh and make sure I've got stuff to tell you. Since my last video, I've had a feeding tube crisis, which initially looked like I was going to have to go to Clatterbridge for a procedure. But after a week of stressing and fear about it, it ended up with the procedure being done here in my living room to remove the existing tube and replace it with another. And a completely different type of tube, actually, a different size tube. It was certainly not a pleasant procedure, but it didn't last very long. Thank heaven. I really did stress about it for the whole week and was still quite shaky for a couple of days after having had it done, reminding myself that I am really a wimp, whatever anybody else might be telling me at the moment. I've inevitably been dealing with more bowel and throat issues, but each of them are slowly improving, I'm very glad to say. I tried to play tennis, but it was just too much physically. And I was also worried about the possibility of getting a ball strike on my peg feed site. So I'm not going to be doing certainly nothing competitive tennis-wise anymore, maybe the odd gentle hit from one end to another. I have, though, been building up my pickleball, playing more often, more competitive. I've been going to the gym more often and trying to increase the weights and reps of what I'm doing just a little. I've even done a little bit of home raving, trying to get my feet moving, and it worked. Fortunately, nobody could see it. My weight has actually still been dropping, not much. Mainly, I think, because I have been doing so much exercise. So I was ordered to increase my feeds and calorie intake from what was 5 feeds a day at 2,000 calories to 6 feeds a day, 2,400 calories. And then on top of that, I'm now also managing between 500 and 700 calories a day orally. It's mainly mousses and soups and cereal and cakes with cream. But this week, for the first time in my life, I made a homemade chicken and vegetable soup. And instead of blending it, I just mashed it a little. And it lasted a few days, and unbelievably, I really enjoyed it. Tonight, I'm planning on trying a casserole that I've made. Not sure how well that's going to go, but we'll give it a try. I've even had a little bit of the much craved mint tiffin cake, which is something I absolutely love and haven't had for ages, and I've been craving it. And it tasted great. Can't manage the topping, but I can certainly manage the cake bit. I've had a couple of pickleball birthday nights out, which have been great. Really, really enjoyed those. I visited my badminton club again for the first time. Not playing, just went to say hi to everybody, and that was really, really nice. Everyone gave me such a great welcome. It was brilliant. And I've been doing lots of work, trying to be a good boy and knuckling down to do some work. This week, I also attended the funeral of a much younger former colleague who had sadly lost his battle with cancer, which was a reminder that I must be grateful for where I am. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll be seeing my oncologist in Liverpool. So I will update next after that, although it's not a session where, as far as I'm aware, I'm going to get any results or anything like that. That's still a long way off. So my message for others today is literally and simply to seize the day. Today's music is from an artist I discovered and became obsessed with during the COVID lockdowns, and I've seen live a few times since. The track is by Hot Since 82, featuring Jem Cook, and it's the False Intention remix of Buggin'. Apart from being fab, it very much reminds me of how I was feeling when I was having my feeding tube nightmares. And the line in it that says, "I ain't crazy, I'm all right." So a nice note to leave on. Again, another relatively short video, and I'll catch you again in around about 2 weeks' time, unless something unexpected happens between now and then. So bye for now, from Paul, from the series Dancing with Cancer.